Welcome, hello, greetings, welcome to patch 5.4. This is the patch day live stream of Vulkk. Hello everybody, I hope that everything is clear. If you're having any kinds of issues with the live stream, please refresh the window, click F5, or just make sure that the small red dot next to the play button on YouTube is actually flashing red. This means you're watching live. This stream is in 1440p resolution with extremely high bitrate for mine and your convenience. Thank you to all of those, I think I counted nearly 80 people already who have joined the live stream. First, a quick announcement. Please avoid spoilers in the chat. I know that there will be a ton of spoilers because I'm going to show you the story from light side and dark side point of view today, guys. But I don't want everybody who is actually enjoying this live stream for the story and they haven't spoiled it for themselves from leaked materials or in any other way from test server or God forbid from something else. Please avoid spoilers in the chat. Let's enjoy together the story. And if you haven't seen my posts on Twitter and Facebook, this is the plan for today. I know that you cannot read it because first it's ugly handwritten and second it's too small to be able to read it. But this is the plan for today. First you have the Umbara or Umbara. I prefer Umbara. I know it's incorrect. It just sounds better. Umbara flashpoint in light side version. Then perhaps we'll do a dark side version. That depends on you guys. There will be two runs, that's for sure. I'm just not sure yet if I want to do them side by side, one after another, because we also have to explore the brand new area on Odessen, including two brand new vendors with interesting items. Damn it, I've not been excited about new vendors for a very long time, and these two vendors actually do sell interesting things. Some of them are a little controversial, some of them are crazy expensive, but most of them are really cool. I will do my best to pay attention to the chat. I will be hiding my webcam and pretty much the whole user interface except for the game's user interface for the cutscenes. I will try to pay close attention to the storyline. I will do my best to show and tell you every little detail and information about the mechanics and tactics of the Flashpoint. Solo mode is boringly easy, but that's not the point. It's story mode actually, not solo mode. Yes, there will be spoilers. If anybody is just joining right now, this live stream will show you everything that this patch has to offer. If you don't want to spoil the story for yourself, please leave now and come back and watch the video recording and all of the clips that I will be spamming you with in your emails. If you have enabled notifications, there will be quite a few videos from me today and probably tomorrow, after this live stream is finished. Now we also have to explore the new item rating stat, which is brand new and it's related to the new Flashpoint. We've got the new enhanced graphic shadow settings to explore, and I'll tell you how important it is, where and how you can notice improvement. Is it good? Is it bad? I cannot tell you if it runs well on every kind of PC. I can tell you how it runs on mine. We've got a quick overview of the class changes, Season 8 PvP rewards. I would love to do at least one or maybe two runs of the new Flashpoint, probably today, maybe tomorrow, with some of you guys from my live chat, my patrons, my subscribers, and just random followers. If you stop by and you have a character on the Red Eclipse server, whether it's Empire side or Republic side, it doesn't really matter. I have characters on both sides. We'll do one, maybe two. I got confused. Why are you spamming this now? We'll do one or two tactical runs, and I would love to do with you a master mode run, which is challenging. Yes, the gear requirement is not randomly placed there. The Flashpoint is slightly more challenging than, let's say, the other Avenger Flashpoints that you would encounter here and there. And I think we're ready to get on with the first run of the Flashpoint. I don't want to delay you any further. How about that? First, the requirements. Just in case you don't know, to run this new Flashpoint and see the story, you need to have completed the War for Iocat's story arc, which began with 5.2. It's relatively short story arc. It will take you probably between 40 and 60 minutes depending on what class you play and how quickly you go through the story. You need to complete that if you want to see the real story of Crisis on Umbara. You can run Crisis on Umbara in standard mode if you want, without having done the story before, but you'll see different cutscenes which have little or nothing to do with the others, with the real cutscenes that actually tell you the story. We are about to see who the traitor is, and we'll understand why this traitor act the way they do. My quest is active because I've done Crisis, because I've done the story from patch 5.2, and this is it. Crisis on Umbara. Speak with Teron in the Alliance staging area. I'm at the moment in front of Xeno Analyst, because that's what we did a couple of days ago, and that's where I've ditched my character. Today Vulkk will be playing Concentration because there is a very slight change. Really? That many watching? Hello everybody, thank you for joining. Let's jump straight into the story. Quick test, yes, that's how we hide it. Please let me know if the volume of my voice and the volume of the in-game sound is compatible. Is one of those too loud? You will probably be able to tell that after we start the conversation. Quick check. How many instances do we have? 3 instances on Odessen. It's been a while since I've seen that many. And we're heading to this brand new elevator leading up to the brand new area on Odessen. I'll do the story and the flashpoint, and then after that I'll tell you more about the new area, what you can find there, how to access the stronghold, what is required to access the stronghold, and all the other things. If I by some chance miss something in those upcoming 3 to 4 hours of live show, ask question, guys. If I don't see an answer, well, if I don't answer your question from the chat, it's because I've missed it, not on purpose. If I know it, I'll do my best to give you an answer. Of course I'm hyped. Why wouldn't I be? I thought that the delay might actually cost me a little bit of satisfaction, but no, I'm just as hyped as hopefully most of you are. Before I start everything, I'm gonna switch to Concentration, and the only change, in case you've missed my video overview, the only change to Concentration and Fury is in this level 68 passive. Burning Slices has been increased, if my memory serves me well, with about 35%. Absolutely everything else in the spec, mechanics, playstyle, ability priorities, all of these things remain exactly the same as they were. Very quick rearrangement, if I can, God forbid, remember what goes where. That should be it. Detailed preparations, because I don't want anything distracting us. Weekly galactic conflicts, go away. Veteran flashpoints, go away. Area, oh, that's from the Gree event probably, yeah. No, that's from Belsavis apparently. Will I do this as a film with just the cutscenes? No, the cutscenes are too few and not really worth making as just a cutscene cinematic film. I might decide to do that maybe tomorrow or the day after that, but I will have 2 separate videos with walkthroughs, including the cutscenes, and I may add actually timestamps in those videos to help you get past the trash pools in the instances, get quickly through the boss encounters and such. Now let's go start the quest already, because I guess you guys are getting more and more impatient.
Commander, fresh news from the war on Iokath. Imperial gunners shot down one of our transports. Republic's helping us recover our losses, but we're locked in a stalemate.
You always know how to cheer me up. What about our hunt for the traitor in our ranks?
We're questioning everyone from the usual suspects to your top advisors. So far, everyone looks clean. We'll find the traitor, but these mole hunts take time.
Do whatever you think is best.
We'll double your security detail. Better safe than sorry.
Lighten up, Theron. Things aren't all doom and gloom.
Well, you look cheery today, Lana. Did Galt spike the calf again?
Even better. I found a lead. Alliance agents picked up a signal from the shadow world of Umbara. It's encrypted with the same algorithm the traitor used on Iokath. They're still on the planet, helping our Imperial rivals grab a massive stockpile of Odessen crystals.
Let's keep this quiet until we know who's trustworthy. I'll lead a small strike team and capture the traitor myself.
I'll provide backup.
As will I. The Empire won't give up their precious crystals without a fight.
Both sides have tinkered with Odessen crystals for years, part of an arms race to build a new arsenal of superweapons.
If we move quickly, we can corner the traitor and hijack those crystals. Intel says they're on an Umbara supply train headed for the capital city.
Then we leave now. The traitor won't escape us this time.
I'll do my best to increase the volume. Thank you guys, I've noticed those complaints. Voice volume needs to be louder. Let's give it a try with something like this. Much louder. I'm taking a risk by including in-game background music and sound, but I expect it wouldn't be a trouble. Okay, that's quite a lot of people now. Look at this, 4 instances already. This is the new area that I was telling you about, and I will do an overview of the place after the story is complete.
The train is on the move, and the traitor's on board.
Nothing we can't handle.
I've got you.
I've got a feeling it's still a little bit quiet, but hopefully before the next cutscene we'll have enough time. So this is the train. I will not be able to show you the stronghold today, guys, because I will need to do this flashpoint several times to be able to unlock the room where the terminal for the stronghold is located.
I have a lock on the
I would need to do
They're near the front of the train.
10 let's see, 12 runs or 14 runs in story mode, 6 runs in veteran mode. Oh wait, oh crap, I'm confused now. Or 3 runs in master mode. I think those were the requirements.
They've arrived to protect the Odessen crystals.
Lucky you.
This is an issue from in-game, guys. Can you see the? Can you hear the voices from the characters? They are actually much louder than the voiceover from the main characters, Lana and Teron. So I suppose this is kind of an issue with the patch.
Commander, attack!
My FPS is also incredibly tanked, but that's normal. It's patch day, should be expected. I don't know. The FPS actually will get way up after we finish this.
Careful. This train is littered with traps.
Umbarans aren't known
Thank you,
for their
Theron, for
hospitality.
telling us. These squares, if you step on them, you're going to spawn an unfriendly turret. There are also those blue lines. I hope that you can see it right here in the distance. If you cross them, a red line will appear on the floor, marking the area where electricity is going to spawn for like 1 or 2 seconds, and it's going to damage you quite a lot, even in solo mode. So this place is not designed for you to walk around freely.
Empress Asina!
The explosive canisters can actually almost one-shot any of the mobs, especially in story mode. As I've told you, in story mode things are really easy. There we go, I crossed the blue line. If you want to actually deactivate those squares, there is that a very little data pad that you can click over here. In solo mode, it actually automatically deactivates those because you are alone. In tactical mode and in master mode, you actually need to step on them and click on them to prevent other people from stepping on them and spawning those turrets. Those turrets are really something weak and annoying, but depending on your group setup, your healing capabilities, and the difficulty mode, they actually may cause some trouble in some of these pools. And if you're wondering, this is where we landed, and that's the length of the train.
Destroy the Alliance!
The whole duration of the flashpoint, if you kill everything everywhere, is probably between 45 and 60 minutes, depending, of course, if you start wiping or not. There you go, I actually got hit by the lightning here. You saw how much damage it cost. And again, those squares are not going to activate because I have the data pad. Maybe next time I will skip picking up the data pad so I can show you where the turrets spawn. This isn't clickable, even though it looks like it's clickable. And it's always a good idea to blow up those things because they do help with the mobs. Unfortunately, most of the mobs here are ranged or semi-ranged. Even though the space is really narrow, you might actually have to run around like crazy trying to pick up mobs. And as you can see, from time to time, the mobs do flicker around and tend to go for your healing companion. Theron is in, Lani is in healing mode, and I forgot to deactivate Dark Tempest. It's her channeling ability for crowd control. Really useless in most cases. We are about to see who the traitor is very, very soon, don't worry. Don't spoil it, please.
Destroy the Alliance!
There are quite a few obstacles around. I personally think that the design of the train itself is really beautiful, really, don't kill me, really detailed and interesting. It's only slightly repetitive, and I personally think that a little bit shorter travel duration on the train with less mob spawns and mob pools would have been probably better. However, the exterior is extremely boring and way too simple. If you're wondering, you're not supposed to jump to the side of the train because you're not the cowboy from a Western movie, and obviously you cannot jump. 48 like, is that the like on the stream? Thank you guys, you're very generous today. These are pickups. Flame canister, if you pick it up, it will be on your back until the end of the flashpoint. It gives you a special pop-up bar with a flamethrower ability, which has 20 seconds cooldown, 15 meters range, and it does frontal AoE. It's extremely low damage, so I highly recommend it not to use it unless you want to target a canister with it, because that's the only place where it's actually useful. But it definitely looks cool, and it's quite detailed if you pay attention to it. Now the issue is, watch the hand that spawns the fire. It makes an impression as if there is something on my hand. Yep, there is. But unfortunately, when you finish with the channel, that thing from your wrist disappears. It doesn't matter too much, does it? Okay. I'm walking back through the empty area because if you remember, I jumped on the side. Mobs can push you, so be aware. Some of the mobs, especially those on top of the train, on the roof, they can push you. They're quite nasty. Those mobs have, if I remember correctly, two different channel abilities. One of them can be pushed, the other one is just a channel ability, channel burst or something like that. I don't even need to buff any of my abilities because it's way too easy.
I've got you.
That is a bit of a lag. It's unavoidable. Quite a bit of a lag, come on. Wow, it's getting more and more noticeable. Who are the mobs? These are not important at the moment. Who are the mobs actually? They are nothing special. Umbaran soldiers, different kinds and different types of soldiers. These guys are actually, yes, they are supporting the Empress. If you remember from 5.2,
don't look down.
we split. We're no longer an alliance between the Republic and Empire. And here is one more trash pool with what it appears to be two very nasty turrets. If you check out their buffs, it will tell you a secret that these are not to be attacked. Do not attack the turrets. They are not the boss. You're supposed to jump down.
The commander! Attack!
Uh, 26 FPS at the moment. I'm gonna show you what the turrets do, damn it. Why not? After all, I promised to do everything for you. Come on, turrets. Give me your best. Give me your best. I can survive. Oh, come on now. Target me first. Terron cannot die. You get that? One shot. Two shot. Three shot. Okay, that's a personal best. Never mind, I'll have to restart. Well, no. Umbara is not exactly from Clone Wars. It also appeared in a book, if you remember. I actually had forgotten. Someone reminded me a couple of days ago that Umbara appears in a book for the very first time.
Seize the crystals!
And we've got the area full of dangerous stuff. Spread around all over the place. You can find these unrefined kotos, which suddenly are available in solo mode as well. Because, why not? Someone might actually need healing. The only reason you might need healing, I think, is if you step on all of those lightning area attacks. Ready? Something special comes ahead. This is the first boss encounter in the game. Again, in solo mode, this is ridiculously easy. If you stay and do absolutely nothing for a few minutes, these guys will not be able to hurt you. I don't know why is BioWare doing this, and they've been doing it for quite some time. I have to admit it's quite frustrating for me at least. However, the good news is that these guys are way more challenging. So, there will be a guide appearing on my website very shortly after I finish the live stream. The guide is completed already. I just need to add some more screenshots to make it complete, fully complete. So, we've got Technician Cani who performs pool and spawns turrets. So, this is the biggest issue for him. The other one is Shadow Assassin Eliva. Eliva does a knockback marked with a triangle cone formation on the ground, and if you get knocked down, obviously the knockdown in tactical and in master mode is actually stronger, so you have to pay attention where you're located and where you will be pushed back, because you might actually get pushed away from the train. Here on these platforms, here, and here, we will have 3 turrets, and on the other side, also another 3 turrets. This guy is spawning the turrets, and he actually starts buffing them. A buff turret is bigger, does more damage, and has slightly more HP. Not really special to the fight in solo mode, so I might as well just start it. My personal recommendation is you have to kill them together, because if you don't, there is the knockback. If you don't kill them at the same time, the guy that's left alive will... There are turrets. The guy that's left alive will start enraging. It's a soft enrage. I don't know if you have to be naked to have some trouble with that enrage mechanic. But it is an enrage nonetheless, and I just had to mention it. The turrets are much tougher in the higher difficulty modes, and while the boss is dealing with the turrets, he is also invincible with the shield bubble. depending on your group setup, if you're in a group obviously, you can completely ignore these turrets. However, it doesn't really take too much to take them down. It's really unfortunate, I forgot to mention that the assassin can also stun you for a moment. And if you get stunned in the most inappropriate moment, you might actually end up regretting it. Guess why? Because you will not be able to free yourself.
Die in the shadow.
And you might get knocked back. Hey, Jim. Jim is one of the folks who helped me a lot making the guide for this flashpoint. I hope that you guys will find it useful. All of these things that I'm doing my best to show and explain are explained in better detail inside of the written guide. I'm going to attach maybe one, maybe two video guides and a lot of screenshots, of course, in an attempt to make that flashpoint guide as good as it can be. Just a little bit more to finish the technician. He is the more annoying guy, despite the fact that the assassin can push you back. I personally believe the technician is more annoying. And here is the best part. Killing the bosses, not completing the flashpoint, but killing the bosses is rewarding you with the brand new currency. Thank you, BioWare, we needed more currency in the game. Alliance Recon Data are the brand new special tokens that you can receive. 1 for each one of the 3 bosses in the flashpoint, 2 for the bonus mini-boss. I'll show you the mini-boss, of course. It's between the first and the second boss encounter. It's really easy to do. That means, what that means, 5 tokens in total, if I'm not mistaken. 3 from the normal bosses and 2 from the bonus boss. That should be 4 or 5 tokens. We'll see in the end. I got confused at the moment. Those tokens will serve you to purchase things, tokens plus credits, from the brand new vendors that are located just outside of the flashpoint. Now, hiding the camera, we're about to see something special. This is why most of you are here. Does it make sense? Let's go watch it.
The traitor's on the other side of that door.
They're gone.
That's impossible. According to the signal, they're still on the convoy. No!
Theron.
It's over, Commander. In a few minutes, this train will collide with that mountain range. You'll be disintegrated, and I'll escape with the Odessen crystals. Don't worry. You won't feel a thing.
We defeated Valkorion together, and now you've betrayed me?
I didn't want it to come to this. Luring you into that trap on Iokath was just the beginning. Ever since you defeated Valkorion, everything I've done has been towards one goal. The total destruction of the Eternal Alliance.
You helped build the Alliance. After everything we've been through, why tear it down now?
What I built was an end to the Eternal Empire, not this. I followed you because I believed you'd end the cycle of war. I thought we'd finally be free once you took down Valkorion. But the Alliance outgrew you. Now it's rotting from the inside, the galaxy's fighting back, and you've become a symbol of oppression. So much for your dreams of peace.
Then let's find a solution together. I want peace as much as you, Theron.
I believed that. Once.
If you topple the Alliance, millions will die.
If that's the cost of peace, so be it. 30 seconds to impact. This is goodbye.
Stop the train, Theron! We can still find peace, but we have to work together. Lana! Theron escaped.
Warning, collision imminent. Brace for impact.
We need to survive long enough to make Theron pay. Jump! Stay alert. We're in Umbaran territory, and they won't be happy to see us.
Ha! Those of you that didn't get the information from miners or any other source, what do you think? Are you surprised? I have to admit, I'll do more of analysis after the flashpoint in my regular review of the new story and the new content, but I have to admit, it was one of the characters that I expected. I really hoped, spoiler alert, that we will have two different traitors depending whether you play for the Republic or for the Empire. No, unfortunately, it's the same one. This cutscene that we just watched is unique. If you don't have access to the story of this flashpoint, you will see a different cutscene with a different figure. You will not see Terran, you will not see all of this conversation. Now, we still have quite a bit to see, learn and explore. First from Umbara. This is personally where the fun part on Umbara for me starts. Not just because my FPS is back to the normal rating above 80, how it should be, but because it's actually a damn cool planet. And it's really reflecting the environment and the flora and fauna that we've seen from Clone Wars. Although this one is actually more detailed. Unlike what we saw from the moving train, look at this place. It's really cool. And also, all of these areas that we are about to explore, all the way up to here, well, I know it's confusing, but when you stand here on a certain cliff after we finish the third boss and the whole flashpoint, you will be able to see all of this area in the background. I'll show you. It's really cool. Or at least I think it's cool. So, plenty of mobs. Some of them are friendly, some of them are half friendly, some of them, well, some of them are enemies, some of them are half enemies, but if you want to make things a little bit easier and a little bit quicker, stealth out, move forward.
Take a breath.
And where was that? Something I missed during the cutscene. Who said that? Samuel, I believe that was Samuel. Thank you, Samuel, for the good words. I hope you mean them. I've aggroed something. Oh no, okay. That was
So
just a
Theron
delayed
didn't take the
reaction.
whole shipment. Why?
Not surprised you survived the crash. I didn't think it would be that easy. But it buys me enough time to get off-world.
Theron, come back. We can talk about this.
We're long past that.
I don't understand. How did I not see this coming? Was I really that blind?
He fooled us all, Lana.
When I get my hands on him, he will regret betraying a Sith.
Jim, thank you very much for keeping the chat clean. I know that today's stream is special. We have a lot more viewers than normally, and obviously some trolls would definitely creep in. So, this is the second explorable area around the crashed train. This is still the same crashed train. If you guys lost track, this is the same one, and it continues over here. In the minimap, we are here in the second area. There is a mini-boss located in the most southern, holy crap, how the hell do I pronounce that? Southern section over here. That boss will give you some special tokens. Well, the same tokens, but more of them. And if you actually go this way, you would be able to skip past... Oh, crap. Okay, I won't skip those, but you would be able to still skip most of the trash pools in the general area here. Can I sneak? Oh, nice, I can sneak through those. The quest tells us to find and collect 6 Adegan crystals in the wreckage, and here in this section you can actually find 4 or 5 just next to each other. These are the items, the canister that we're looking for. Thank you very much for the offer. I don't think I need a new mod for the moment, mate. When Jim is present, or any of my other mods, they're doing a fantastic job of keeping the chat clean and friendly. Someone said that my outfit is cool. Thank you. You've probably not watched many of my videos. If you're new to my channel, went to the live stream, I've been wearing that same exact outfit for about 4.5 years. Mini boss. 2 Slyback monsters. You should know a little bit more information about why these Slybacks are annoying and dangerous from the mini story that BioWare published about a week ago as a blog post. I do have the story available on Vulkk.com if you want to check it out. I won't go into details because they are not really that important for the story of the Flashpoint, just some background information on these creatures that are native to this land. We've got the boss with 3 standard buffs. As we can see, boss immunity, unshakable, and steadfast. And we've got 2 adds. The trick here, if you kill one or both of the adds, the boss will get a red buff stacking up to once or twice, depending on how many adds you've killed, and it will be kind of a soft and rage mode. The boss will start dealing more damage, I don't remember, but it might actually improve its defenses or something. That's not really important. The important thing is stay here in the corner, don't go too far away so you don't attract the attention of the rest of the animals. And just focus on the boss. There are a couple of special attacks that the boss does. None of them matter in story mode, and they don't matter in veteran mode either, unless of course you go into the Flashpoint naked. Someone mentioned the rating. My rating is 244. I'll tell you more about it after the Flashpoint. The rating only matters if you want to queue up through Group Finder. You need 242 at least to queue up for this Flashpoint in Master Mode. You can go absolutely naked if you want and manually enter the Flashpoint with a group of your own. This rating is only to make sure that people queuing up through Group Finder are geared up enough. Now, let's go start the boss fight. I'll try to explain more about the boss's special attacks. There is an aggro reset as well. That would be the aggro reset. Stop disappearing, please. And the poison breath is actually only dangerous if you sit inside of the red cone. It's a channeled attack that the boss does several times throughout the encounter. It's a much longer encounter if you do it in tactical and in master mode. But for the purpose of the story mission, feel free to fall asleep. Your companion will do the job. As you can see, Lana is actually good enough. I'm gonna sit here to show you what happens if you take the buffs from the poison. Well, you get the stacking poison buff again. It does nothing in solo mode, but it's... Ooh, that was a big lag. It's slightly more dangerous in tactical mode. In veteran mode. Damn BioWare. I keep confusing which mode is what. Why couldn't we leave everything the way it was? What the hell is happening? Is this lag? I think it is. Severe lag that I'm facing. Plenty of achievements available for you. Defeat the boss 1,000,000 times and you unlock everything. If you want. If you don't want, don't defeat the boss 1,000,000 times. Just defeat it 500,000 times. And here is the loot from this boss. 2 special tokens. If I actually open the chat... Oh, damn, the chat is behind me. You would see that this boss in solo mode awards you with 2 Alliance Recon data. So, you will actually end up with 5. This means you need to run 12 times in solo mode this Flashpoint if you want to unlock the new stronghold. I'll show you the exact cost, 60 tokens plus some credits to unlock the stronghold. And start decorating. The initial unlock of the stronghold is 60 tokens from the Flashpoint plus 5,000 credits. 5,000, okay? That's not a promotion, that's not a discount, it's the regular price that BioWare set for the Flashpoint. Unlocking the additional expansions and rooms, as they call it, of the moving train actually costs similar to what the Manan expansions cost. Oh, come on! Who saw me?
Here, this will help.
Damn you. I need one more. So, again, after you kill the boss, stick to the left side and you'll be able to skip pretty much a ton of mobs over here. All of these mobs give command XP. Not much, but the mobs are actually not tough. They just take time to kill. If you're with a group and if you have some nice, decent burst AoE capability, you can probably go for them and just slay them all. Oh crap, forgot the last canister. Over there are a bunch of enemies, and there are a couple of Koto tanks, unrefined Koto stations, just in case you get into trouble. You can heal yourself. You can mount up here as well. The new mount is absolutely cool. It's actually a mirror of one of the beasts available here in the Flashpoint. And thus we receive to the second boss. This is actually a very cool beast. It was shared as a screenshot from BioWare about a week ago. I've used it for a couple of my videos and in other places as well. The special things this boss does, well, actually, I will leave you to read the fine details from the guide. And I'll just tell you that in story mode, yet again, nothing really matters. The boss is really easy. The two things he does is, if you are in range, when the aggro resets, there is a channel ability I'll show you in a moment. When he resets aggro, if you're not alone, obviously, and he targets someone else. If that other person is not in melee range, the boss will jump, and just like if you remember the jump phase on Kefes, when he jumps down on that other player, he will create a red circle with AoE effect. So if you stay on range for whatever reason, you shouldn't. But if you stay on range distance from the boss, make sure that you at least are staying away from the others. These are the Koto stations. You pick them up just by walking on top of them after you start the flashpoint of the boss fight, obviously. What was that? Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Let's go to the boss. There it is, the swipe. It's easy to avoid. I'm gonna show you that it does no damage whatsoever on solo mode. You can very easily avoid it. Ground pound is the aggro reset. And actually, because I have a companion, it does reset the aggro here as well. It will take you quite a bit of time to defeat the boss in higher difficulty mode, but in story mode, solo mode, it just goes that quick and that is... Ooh. Don't pay attention to non-perfect rotation that I'm performing. It really doesn't matter what abilities you're using here. Everything is good enough to kill the boss. These are the only two special things about the boss. And rage pounding is something that the boss does after he falls down below 20% of his HP, but it's nothing really special, just more damage. A lot more in higher difficulties, by the way. The reward is one more of the Alliance Recon data, and we've got 4 so far. Only 1 boss remains. I can scavenge that one. Nice. And these are the 3 CXP packs. Let me show you what exactly amount I'm getting for these. 209 without a buff. 346 for the second, and 209 for the third. We get 1 from the first boss, 1 from the bonus boss, and 1 from the second boss. Another 1 from the third boss as well, and the bigger one for completing the flashpoint. On to the third boss. There is something cool that I'm about to show you here now. Silly announcement, I know. I'm just excited.
Here, this will help.
This is the kind of monster that you will be able to mount up and ride all over the fleet or everywhere else. Mantor. If you're a stealth class, you could easily skip pretty much most of this. You start from this section and you go down towards this thing and, well, okay, never mind, you get the point. What's that? Albanian Sniper. Hello, welcome. I'm generally excited. I expected that my excitement will be much lower because of the delay. But I have to admit, even though we were delayed with 2 days for this patch, I'm still excited, mostly because you guys make a very good company and a very interesting audience to stream in front of. Nothing is just as fun. Kozlovsky, welcome Kozlovsky. Nothing is that much fun if I do it by myself.
No getting around this. We'll need to find a way to blast through it.
You might have heard Lana complaining that there is something blocking our way. It's that pile of trash, which means that we've got a new objective. Go there and find something. Well, actually the objective is find something, but BioWare tells you where exactly you need to go to find that something. We found weapon crates, just randomly lying around here in the corner, because why not? No, when they nerf your class or discipline, it's never a good thing, never fun. And because I actually forgot to tell you, I think I mentioned actually, but didn't show you, the flamethrower is good when you want to blow these things up. And for the next objective, going to the green area, the missile launcher is going to show up, and watch the animation, it's actually really cool. Of course, this game is now nearly 6 years old. The fire is real, by the way. The graphics are nothing really special anymore, but compared to the previous, especially to some of the older Flashpoints, I hope that you would agree with me that BioWare really stepped up their game, and Crisis on Umbara looks really like several levels up compared to most of the other Flashpoints. Let's, for example, compare it to SWTOR 5, because SWTOR 5 is similar in design. We've got journey inside buildings and outside in the wilds, and this one is so much more detailed. Now let's see, what can I skip by stealthing? Probably this one, cool. And the next one I'm gonna have to engage. On the hunt!
Should feel better now. Look, Terran shuttle. We need to hurry.
Yes, I'm in a hurry, I promise. Gonna hide the camera just in case. There are a couple of more mobs here to kill. Is the hunt thrilling? Not very much. It's too easy. And here we have one more cutscene and the final boss fight. Let's make a bet. Come on, my chat, be active before we start the cutscene. Do you think we're going to catch and kill Terran here, or will he escape on that ship? Quickly, quickly, come on. Just a few seconds for you to guess before I start the cutscene. I'll tell you a little bit about the boss that's going to spawn. It's a brand new boss design, a giant droid, and it will have 2 special abilities. I'll show and tell more about them when they actually appear. There will be several waves of adds spawning, melee and ranged adds. You can kill them manually because they are really weak, and another option is just to blow those canisters next to the adds. The boss cannot blow the canisters, but if you blow up one of them, all of the remaining canisters will go red. Ooh, I see, very conflicted, so many conflicted. Revan Chan has subscribed, thank you Revan. I think... Oh crap, I can't tell if escape or kill prevails, damn it. There are too many different opinions. Okay, starting the cutscene, let's see who wins or loses the bet. And, because I mentioned win, there will be, of course, a couple of giveaways at the end of the live stream today. One Hypercrate for anybody who... Well, I'll see what I can do about the Hypercrate and how we'll do the drawing, because you know I don't have a proper working tool. There will be one code for, I think it's 60 days subscription. Let me check that. Hey, Thomas. So I have one code for 30 days subscription and one code for 2400 Cartier coins. So these 3 giveaways will somehow get delivered to you guys by the end of the live show today. Hopefully that would be good.
This isn't over, Theron!
No! This is just beginning.
Hot diggity.
Huh. Please allow me to very quickly fix something here in my stream that actually may be an issue. It will take me just a couple of seconds. Theron escaped. Yes, those who voted for escape, he escaped. The hell? Where is it? Ah, there we go. Cool, it's working now. Sorry about that. Okay, this is the big droid. It's new design because, well, we needed something new. There is quite a bit of new stuff on this flashpoint. I'm still hoping that BioWare will find the strength and the resources to make this a brand new planet, but I have to say that this droid looks cool. Even though it's the stereotype of a boss. This is the first ability. You can move around it because it's stationary, and these are the odds that will start spawning. There are a couple of different mechanics depending on your DPS output if you're doing this as a group. My personal recommendation is to have one person taking care of the spawning odds whenever they spawn, because they can be quite annoying on your healer. Now, unfortunately, the odds don't get damaged by these circles, which is the second special boss mechanic. You will take a lot more damage if you sit inside the circle in higher difficulty modes. And this special ability also only appears after the boss reaches 50% of its HP. For the first part of the fight, which in solo mode run incredibly short, you only have to deal with that projectile rectangle on the ground, this one, which is proximity burner. Once again, I highly doubt that anybody will tell me that this is challenging. I don't know, I've never tried it naked. I hope that you guys don't try this Flashpoint solo naked. Unless, of course, you're looking for the ultimate challenge. It's really just about the story. Look at that. If you actually... No, I'm not Russian, right? I'm Bulgarian. If you actually do a proper rotation and bring a good bursty spec with a decently geared character and companion, you can do this Flashpoint within probably 20 minutes. Possibly even shorter. And yet another achievement chain that was just started. Here is the 1 token reward and the 1 CXP, which is 346. And we end up the flashpoint with, holy crap, 6. Okay, so we got 2 tokens. One more time to recap, I may have to fix that in the guide. We've got 1 token for the first boss, 2 tokens from the bonus boss, 1 token from the second boss, and 2 tokens from the last boss. 6 tokens in total for doing this in solo mode. You have to do it 10 times if you want to unlock the stronghold, and you have to do it about 100 times if you want to also unlock the other things. Now I'm in combat because, as I told you, damn you BioWare, you'll keep me in combat until I kill all these things. There we go. On this table you will find the flame canister again, which will give you another flamethrower just in case you need. Once again, you can use those to burn the canisters. If you attempt to burn the mobs, the enemies, or God forbid the boss, it will take you very long. So I highly suggest you don't do that. This is the final flashpoint boss, and here is the view that I mentioned previously. I don't know if you would find this cool, but I personally think it is really cool. So if you look there, you will see where we just came from. So this is the destruction. Wait, I need the map. I'm sitting right here, and I'm looking down at the previous section of the flashpoint. Then there is the middle section, and over there, hidden behind these cliffs, is the first section of the ruins that we have actually explored. Now let's see, what the hell do I need to do to open the damn map? Don't know why it's not exactly fully unlocked. The map, the mini map. I don't know if it's a bug. You can jump down there without killing yourself. But I'm actually going to kill myself. There we go. There is a downside though, and that's it. If you get killed, I don't know if it's intentional or a bug. If you get killed around the third boss, after the third boss, sorry, you will spawn in the very beginning of the train, which of course will cause you to run back. There is a pylon just next to the corpse of the big droid. I don't need to go there and click it. I can just manually exit the flashpoint. But just in case you were wondering, on that last area where I killed myself, there is a pylon that you click, channel, and exit the flashpoint. My next objective is speak with Lana in the Alliance staging area, and I'm getting out to do that. Good luck to your Zanhara, Elliot. Thank you, Senya. That's very enlightening. Oh crap. Can you imagine if they block this as well? Okay. One more conversation before this story is actually finished. Let me hide myself in advance.
We recovered most of the Odessen crystals. Once we tap into their power, Iokath is as good as ours.
And Theron?
Word of his betrayal is spreading quickly. My agents are running damage control, but it will be weeks before we know how much harm he inflicted. Even with the truth out in the open, I can hardly believe Theron was the traitor.
He was a good ally. And a better friend. I never saw this coming.
He played us both. But at least now we know our target. We should brace ourselves for Theron's next move.
Find out what Jace Malcolm knows, and try to locate Satil Shan.
I already have feelers digging into Satil's whereabouts. I'll begin the hunt at once.
Before you start, I want to send a message to Theron. Open a holo channel and prepare to broadcast it across the galaxy.
Clearing channels now. What message will you send the traitor?
This is the commander of the Eternal Alliance. I have a message from my old friend, Theron Shan. We've been through a lot together, Theron. In your honor, I'm dedicating 100 Eternal Fleet ships to the fight for peace. Return to the Alliance, and these ships will be yours to command. We can end the cycle of war, but we have to work together. Come home, Theron.
I'm sorry. I can't.
So, you did as we asked. We had our doubts, but now we see your dedication to the cause. We've reached a decision. Theron Shan, welcome to the Order.
That, my friend, is the conclusion of the story released with patch 5.4. Before I start doing an overview, just like I always do, let me know here in the chat, what would you prefer to see from me next, right now in a few minutes? Do you want to go through the same flashpoint from the dark side point of view? There are a few different things. The gameplay is exactly the same. I'll speed things up, obviously, because I won't be describing every single move, every single location, and I won't be babbling that much. Or would you prefer to go over this list and check out the new vendor items, the new Season 8 PvP rewards, the class changes, and something else? And let's do an overview and a recap of what we've seen so far, kind of from the light side point of view. The story was really short, but we expected it to be short. I knew that, well, BioWare told us a long time ago that the story will continue in a Flashpoint, and because I've been in this game long enough, I knew what to expect from BioWare. I was expecting this much story with a decent Flashpoint. I think we got a decent Flashpoint, and the story is not bad. Spoiler alert, the traitor is Theron. He is the same traitor whether you do light side or dark side, and I have to admit I was hoping and expecting it would be either Theron or Lana. I was hoping it would be Theron for the dark side and Lana for the light side, because they're opposite, you know. Sith would betray the Republic and the Republic player would be spying for the Republic and betray the Sith, some sort. We still don't know the fine details as to what exactly kind of a deal Theron has made with the Scions and why he joined us and what exactly part these factions or faction will actually have to play into the future. We don't know exactly yet what and when BioWare is going to do in regards to continuation of this story. We know it's not over. I have to admit that what was surprising to me is the way that they dealt with Theron's betrayal. It was a little bit cheesy. Theron shooting Lana and not killing her. I mean, I like Lana, but it would have been very dramatic if something more final would have happened there on the wagon, on the train. And Theron just putting those ray shields or the shield door or whatever it's called, the red shielded door between himself and our character, and then having that conversation instead of just quickly killing that character, because obviously he wanted to, or at least that's what he said. Maybe BioWare was not able to do that, obviously, because that would end the Outlander story. I'm really happy nobody mentioned Outlander throughout the Flashpoint and throughout the story. We didn't get much of an insight. What exactly are these Umbaran troopers? Why are they there? What exactly are they doing? What's their purpose? Who are they serving? Hopefully throughout lower updates and future story arcs continuation, we'll learn more details about these things. We still know very little about the whole planet Umbara, because despite that it's been featured quite a few times on the now dead or extinct animated TV series Clone Wars, it's also been featured in the book about Darth Bane a little bit, or at least mentioned. We still don't know much about the planet. You can go read the legend materials on Wikipedia, but we need more of this here in the game. This game is about the legends of Star Wars. None of this is canonical, and it will probably never be, if it hasn't been accepted as canon yet. There are bits and pieces from the official Disney Star Wars canon that actually mention or refer to some bits and pieces that are described here in the game, but they're very minor, and I don't keep my hopes up that one day Disney will decide, okay, this game ran for 6 years, let's do the honor of acknowledging at least the main storyline as canon, or I don't know. I like the story in the Crisis of Umbara. I like the Flashpoint, it was interesting. Thank God it wasn't all on the train, because the train is boring and laggy. I said the design of the train is interesting, but it's very narrow, and you keep seeing the same type of interior or exterior over and over again. The background on the sides was really simple. I know why it was simple, because the engine is not designed to show detailed stuff. You know that if you actually come close to this terminal, you would see stupidly ugly low resolution textures, and that's all over the game. However, these things are not designed to be looked from close range, and if you look from a decent distance, look, these things actually look very cool. BioWare did a very good job with the environment on the new planet, and I'm really hoping that they won't do what they did with Manan. We need this to become a daily area, at least a daily area, at least as big as, let's say, Ziost. I don't really need too many quests, just let me explore Umbara and open a couple of lower updates, lower objects, things like that. Now this concludes the overview, and let me try to check how many of you guys actually prefer to see the dark side or the vendors. Okay, I think most of you, forgive me if I miscalculated, most of you wanted to see the dark side run again. So that's what we'll do. Very quickly, oh wait, I have to actually send some gear over, so let's do the vendors. Okay, this is the entrance to the flashpoint. This is the terminal right here that you can click and accept one of the 3 possible quests. If you do any of these 3, once again, oh crap, everybody is voting for dark side. Okay, I'll do the terminal and I'll move over. If you pick any of these 3 quests, the animations and the cinematics and the voiceover lines inside the flashpoint will not reveal who the traitor is. So, if you don't have access to the story, if you're level 15, because the veteran mode of the flashpoint is available for level 15 to 70, and from 15 to 69 you will get bolstered. At level 70 you probably don't get bolstered, or maybe not as much, I don't know. No, I think, no, at level 70 you don't get bolster. That's a new mechanic that BioWare is testing. Alright, the vendors are right over there. We've got quite a bit to talk about them, so let's first do the dark side version of the same flashpoint. I'll speed things up so you don't get bored and you don't fall asleep. For those of you who live ahead of me, which is, I don't know, Eastern Europe, Asia, don't fall asleep, guys. There are more interesting things that I hope you would enjoy seeing. Plus, for those who may have joined later, you get a chance to see the story from the very beginning. There are a few different things that I personally think are interesting to see and more fun on the dark side version of the flashpoint, because my Sith warrior is ruthless. Worthless coins we don't need. No, apparently we do need the coins. BioWare is forcing us. There are a few mails that we receive from Arkan, believe it or not. Arkan is writing us mails now. He's a fanboy. And we've got one from Aigo. Some of you actually thought Aigo would be the betrayer. No, he's not the traitor. And we've got one from Teron-chan. The mail from Teron-chan is actually different depending on what kind of speech you give at the very end of the story. If you've noticed, I gave the light side speech, and in the next playthrough I'll do the dark side, and I'm gonna hate on Teron all the time. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick option number 3 all the time, because my Sith warrior is a bad guy. Before this thing disappears, I should probably attempt to send some gear over. Not that I need it, as we've already established. But it's good to have some gear. Skorks, sending gear over. Excuse me. We've got more and more currencies dropping in. Okay. And dark side begins now. That's an interesting spam. Thank you, David. That was actually more of a cough, I think, than a sneeze. But, nah, still nice. Why do I need the gear? Because that guy has nothing but lightsabers on. Oh. Oh, wait. You saw nothing? This guy was not naked? Please, Google, don't block my video. I'm smiling a little bit, but the new regulations of Google and YouTube are absolutely, totally unbearable. Yeah, I wasn't sure myself what exactly was that. Okay, Skorks had some gear. He's got the exact same quest. We're ready to punch it. Crisis on Umbara. I don't need these two. And Ayokat, Fractured Alliance? Oh, wait. Ooh. I got scared. That's the daily. That's the daily. Okay, Skorks is ready to launch this. And I'm ready to launch the dark side walkthrough. Well, it's actually going to be more like a playthrough for those of you guys that actually make a difference between the two words, because I'm speeding things up And this will be available as a standalone video, obviously. If you want to see more details, check out the guide that at the time of live streaming this, it hasn't been published yet, but I'll publish it in probably the next 2 or 3 hours. There is a very detailed written guide with screenshots and video guides attached to it for the new flashpoints, for those of you who need to read about the mechanics before you perform them yourself. You don't really need the mechanics because solo mode is very easy. Let's go. Jumping to Odessen. How many of you guys had Theron maxed out? How many of you had him at level 50 or rank 50 influence? How many of you have spent, I don't know, tens, hundreds of hours with Theron as your active companion? This guy is one of the first non-classic companions that we've ever received. He's been around since before 4.2. Him and Lana actually initiated all of this. They started the Forged Alliance's story arc way before Revan. That was what, 2.6, 2.7? Wow, so many years ago. 47? Ooh. Hey Von, you've never used him? Good for you, Mike. I've also not used him. Or at least not much. Is that Pierce I have as my companion? What the hell? Pierce, what are you doing here? Oh, I forgot to ask that. How many of you have tried to romance Theron Shan? Oh, you must be very pissed. There must be unique lines. I don't have a romance active with any of my characters, so I don't know what happens when you have romance Theron and he betrays you. Oh, damn, that would be nice.
Commander, fresh news from the war on Iokath. Republic troops capture one of our supply stations. The Empire's leading a retaliation, but we're locked in a stalemate.
You always know how to cheer me up. What about our hunt for the traitor in our ranks?
We've been spying on every member of the Eternal Alliance, just like you ordered. Now we're drowning in leads, but none of it's actionable. Our people feel violated, and we're no closer to catching the traitor.
Bring me their head on a platter. I don't care how you do it.
If we crank up the heat anymore, we'll turn one traitor into 100.
Lighten up, Theron. Things aren't all doom and gloom.
Well, you look cheery today, Lana. Did Galt spike the calf again?
Even better. I found a lead. Alliance agents picked up a signal from the shadow world of Umbara. It's encrypted with the same algorithm the traitor used on Iokath. They're still on the planet, helping our Republic foes grab a massive stockpile of Adegan crystals.
The traitor already lured me into one ambush on Iokath. I won't walk into another.
This time, I'll have your back.
As will I. The Republic won't give up their precious crystals without a fight.
Both sides have tinkered with Adegan crystals for years, part of an arms race to build a new arsenal of superweapons.
If we move quickly, we can corner the traitor and hijack those crystals. Intel says they're on an Umbaran supply train headed for the capital city.
Then we leave now. The traitor won't escape us this time.
Get out.
Lore update. You guys want to read that lore update? Let me read it for you. State of the Galaxy. Resource War. Even before the Eternal Empire's reign, the war between the Republic and the Sith Empire created a constant strain on resources. Vital raw materials from planets on both sides were often shipped to the military for use in the war, creating scarcity. Wow, that's a complicated word, I apologize. Scarcity on Republic and Imperial worlds. When both factions fell to the Eternal Empire, what little raw materials and supplies they'd managed to save were forfeited to the Internal Fleet. Conquered worlds suffered a major resource crisis and resorted to heavy rationing. In extreme cases like Tatooine, civilian vehicles were confiscated for scrap, and residents were limited to a single government-issued ration bar per day. After the Eternal Empire's defeat, thanks to the Outlander, that reaction was just on me, it's not in the text, many hoped for an improvement on the availability of resources. However, what little the newly freed planets had left was needed to repair the damage caused by the devastating war. Those hit hardest by the Eternal Fleet, such as Voss, wow, Voss is mentioned, struggled to survive amidst the wreckage of their crops and manufacturing facilities. For both the Empire and Republic, hope lies in what little they can secure from natural worlds discovered during the war. And here comes... well, not Aokat, I was about to say Aokat. Aokat is not exactly a natural world, but here comes Umbara. Reaction to what? Thank you, David. I don't know which you meant, but thank you. Oh, I think I have forgotten. This is the area that's locked. This is the, where the terminal for the new stronghold is located. Once again, for those of you who might be joining late, 60 of the special tokens that drop from the bosses in the flashpoint are required if you want to do that. I wonder where we are going to find SWTOR.
The train is on the move, and the traitor's on board.
Nothing we can't handle.
No, none of my characters have romance with Teron. Well, I have one of them, but she's level 60 something and she's way far behind. Oh wait, what spec am I? Yes, I have checked, of course, and analyzed Carnage changes. They are not as bad as everybody was thinking and expecting. I myself was expecting a bigger hit from BioWare. And just to make things a little bit more, I don't know, interesting, different at least, I'm gonna switch spec and let's see, what do I have? Devastating Blast, Gore, and Ferocity. Oh, okay. All of the abilities are actually in place. The nerf to Carnage in combat is definitely less than what we expected, and I'm really happy with the amount of damage that I can still produce. However, I have to admit that I only play combat Carnage in places where it actually really shines. For the single boss fights, I do prefer Annihilation and Watchman because it's far superior there. And it relies less on crits and RNG. I know, I probably should explain. RNG is far less important these days compared to what it was, let's say, in 2.8 for Carnage or for any other specs. But it still plays a role, whether you like it or not. And I told you I'm gonna test for you, well, not test, but show you what happens if you don't pick up this datapad. There is only one place where you can find this datapad, and it's on the first open wagon where you actually see the environment and you step down. So, if you step on these things, for each one of them you step on, a small turret is gonna spawn. These turrets are weak and they die quick enough, but it's still annoying having to fight them. So I'm gonna pick up the datapad, and because I'm doing this solo, the datapad will allow me to not having to take care of the traps anymore. I still haven't found the solution for the blue beams, so this is still an issue. That blue beam that turns into a red beam with lightning damage. If you stay in it, the damage is quite big. I don't know if it's me. I have a feeling that the luck is worse than an hour ago here on the train. Something still alive? Oh, damn you! These are kind of the same turrets, but they have shields. The turrets on the first boss fight look exactly the same and behave exactly the same, but they don't have shields. Unless the boss buffs them, then their shields become actually quite stronger. That would be all. Oh, wait. It's upstairs. BioWare has graciously provided us with a hint where we need to go.
Down with the Alliance!
You notice that these NPCs actually shout different things. I don't know if it's random, but they do shout different things depending on what you play. Because I'm on the Empire side. And of course, this character has aligned with the Empire in 5.2.
This is for Jace Malcolm!
Pushback from the gold guy is not strong enough to push you away. Unless, of course, you really want to. I haven't actually managed to successfully push myself out. But I suppose everything is possible if you really want it. And we are approaching the first boss.
Take my advice and don't look down.
Try to refresh the page, see if the lag disappears. Anybody else experiencing lag? How are you guys enjoying the live stream performance at the moment? And this time I'm not going to test the turrets, I'm just directly jumping down.
This is for Jace Malcolm!
I know that there is lightning here, and despite the fact that I do activate Undying Rage, please note that the damage is still there. I don't know if it's a bug. The I win button Undying Rage is supposed to protect me, but maybe not against this lightning. I've heard bad things about Verizon as a provider. And if you haven't seen them, call to stations, because, I don't know, someone might need to heal up. And this is the first boss. I'm not going to spend too much time again explaining the mechanics. When you see this standalone video for the Dark Side run, there will be a link below the video showing you my written guide with screenshots and with probably the same video attached to the guide as well. So, double hello. It will tell you what boss does what, how to defeat them, what's important, what's not, why, and so on.
My turrets will destroy you!
Yeah, his turrets are really annoying. Ah! Failed.
My turrets will destroy you!
Die in the shadow!
Man, it's really challenging playing combat with a lag.
Die in the shadow!
The turrets are really loud. Can you feel that? Is it loud for you too?
You will not take the crystals!
They are really loud, and when we have 6 of them, that's the maximum number of turrets that the technician can spawn, things get really out of hand.
My turrets will destroy
Die
you!
in the shadow!
Should feel better now.
shadow! Umbara will consume you!
Umbara, the official pronunciation of the planet, just in case you were wondering. I will very likely keep calling it Umbara because to me it sounds better. I know it's not good of me to keep doing that, I just love Umbara.
My turrets will destroy you!
Oh wait, I might actually show you what happens when one of them enrages. Wait, did I actually already enrage? Okay, I guess I've killed the Shadow Assassin. Is the boss enraged now? Come on, dude. There it is, enraged. Stop moving. Target is enraged, they deal greater damage while in this state. Enrage is really nothing that special, even in the higher difficulty modes. It can be a little bit annoying in Master mode, but in Veteran mode it's easy to deal with it. When they go in enrage mode, if you kill one of the bosses before the other one, the second one that's alive gets enraged in a couple of seconds. And the bad news is you still have to kill the turrets after you finish the bosses. The reward, once again, 1 purple token from the first boss, and we're approaching the first cutscene.
The traitor's on the other side of that door.
They're gone.
That's impossible. According to the signal, they're still on the convoy. No!
Theron.
It's over, Commander. In a few minutes, this train will collide with that mountain range. You'll be disintegrated, and I'll escape with the Odessen crystals. Don't worry. You won't feel a thing.
I could end your miserable life in an instant. But first, I want to hear an explanation from the traitor's lips.
When you show your true colors, it makes all this easier. Luring you into that trap on Iokath was just the beginning. Ever since you defeated Valkorion, everything I've done has been towards one goal. The total destruction of the Eternal Alliance.
You helped build the Alliance. After everything we've been through, why tear it down now?
What I built was an end to the Eternal Empire, not this. I followed you because I believed you'd end the cycle of war. I thought we'd finally be free once you took down Valkorion. But the Alliance outgrew you. Now it's rotting from the inside, the galaxy's fighting back, and you've become a symbol of oppression. So much for your dreams of peace.
Listen to yourself, Theron. These problems don't exist. They're all in your head.
The ones in power never see the weight of their actions, do they?
If you topple the Alliance, millions will die.
If that's the cost of peace, so be it. 30 seconds to impact. This is goodbye.
You better start running, Theron. I'm going to enjoy hunting you down. Lana, Theron escaped.
Warning, collision imminent. Brace for impact.
We need to survive long enough to make Theron pay. Jump! alert. We're in Umbaran territory, and they won't be happy to...
And this is the dark side version of Terran's betrayal. Remind me if I forget at the end of the flashpoint to say a few more words about this specific cutscene that we've just watched, because I have some comments that I guess most of you have noticed the silly things that my character is doing or that Terran is doing, but let's leave them for the end of the story. Now let's keep enjoying the ground combat. For me personally, it's much more interesting and entertaining to play the ground battles on the planet. The train was interesting to see, but I don't know if it's because so very laggy, it annoys me. The wreckage though is, wow, really good looking. Question, where was that? Have I heard anything about the server merges? Of course, everybody is talking about server merges, mate, but there is absolutely nothing official from BioWare yet. They haven't said if, when, and how they will be doing server merges. They've been saying that for quite some time. Oops.
Not surprised you survived the crash. I didn't think it would be that easy. But it buys me enough time to get off-world.
Keep talking. It'll make silencing you all the more satisfying.
You'll need to catch me first.
I don't understand. How did I not see this coming? Was I really that blind?
Once a spy, always a spy. Deception is what scum like Theron do best.
When I get my hands on him, he will regret betraying a Sith.
I forgot what I was telling you guys before the cutscene, but if you remind me, I might continue. Just a very quick welcome to Patrick, Lorenzo, and Uday for subscribing. I don't think we saw, or at least I didn't saw their notifications on screen, probably because they happened during a cutscene. Oh, come on! I forgot that this Skiris sees me from a mile away. Again, we're in the beginning of the second area. We're going for the bonus boss. There is a canister here. Pick it up quickly. There we go. What's a G? And I like, who made that comment about the C team and Andromeda? As much as I actually have to admit I like Andromeda. Hello, Azrael. Welcome. As much as I have to say I liked Andromeda, it was a failure from the point of this being a BioWare game and the much higher standards that this studio used to hold up to. Where the hell did that comment disappear? Oh, Deadly Kitten. Deadly Kitten made the comment about the C team and Andromeda. Nice one. Oh wait, I got lost. Okay, that way. I'm going that way. Second canister. My server is the Red Eclipse.
Yeah, this will help.
Well, I am on the Red Eclipse. It's not my server. Oh yes, of course. If BioWare showed or told me something under NDA, I wouldn't be able to tell you guys. But in this case, no. In this case, I can say honestly that they have not spoken, at least not to me, about server merges. I don't think that's something they would say to me or anybody else beforehand. It's not something you would like to share with someone unless it's in a form of a question. Hey, what do you think about server transfers? I'll tell them that we need one big server for Europe and one big server for US, and that's all. So, if by any very random chance anybody from BioWare is listening, please ask me that question. What do you think about server merges? Oh crap. What's happening there? Huh. Oh, let me show you what happens if you kill the ads. We know what happens if you don't kill them, but just for the fun.
Keep fighting after I'm
And now the boss is red, glowing and buffed twice. Avenge the Fallen twice because I've killed both of the odds. And the boss is gonna start dealing a lot more damage. Look at that. My companion is almost dead now. Well, help, but with the reset mechanics, even in solo mode, the boss still resets the aggro. Well, next time, Lana. You were a worthy companion. Look at the boss now attempting to kill me. I wonder if I will die in solo mode, despite the fact that I said it's ridiculously easy. Oh, look at that. I'm actually... No, wait. I can heal myself. Damn it, that's easy. That's not fair, being able to heal myself. Although, he may still kill me. We'll see. No. I don't have a second healing puddle here. Oh, there it is. Of course I know there is a second one. What? Huh. That one was weirdly delayed. I don't know if it's because of the lag. Right. As I've told you in the previous run, it's not a very good idea to enrage the boss by killing the odds first. Please don't do that. This guy has an average rating of 230. I've transferred what Vulkk has from the right side, and the weapons are half decent. Ooh, not really, for level 70, not anymore. But the left side is quite pathetic. Look at this. 216, 224, 224, 186! Dreadmaster Relic of Focused Retribution wins the round. Wow, I didn't know actually. Honestly, I didn't know I have 186 item rating on me.
I'm ready. Take a breath.
Are you going to the cantina, George? I hope that BioWare is going to introduce the 2017 winter expansion for this game on the New York cantina in October. If they don't do it, this means we're going to be left out without an expansion since 3 years ago. That's how long it's been since we didn't actually receive an expansion at the end of the year. We've got 3.0, 4.0 and 5.0, all of them being released in the last, well, let's call them 2 months, November or December. Even though 4.0 I believe was released in October, it's not really important anymore. Oh wait, that's the second boss. Okay. The second boss is again nothing really special in solo mode. I'm not going over the mechanics. Just let's go kill it quickly.
Take a breath.
Game lag. That's the reset, the aggro reset mechanic. Once again, quick advice, don't stay in ranged. Despite the what character and class you are playing, stay in melee behind the boss. When you play in a group, of course. Why? So the boss doesn't jump on you and cause AoE attack to you and everybody around you. I picked up my last canister. It wouldn't allow me to continue if I haven't. You're my neighbor, George? Nice. Right. If you haven't been keeping up with the score, 1 token from the first boss, 2 tokens from the bonus boss, 1 token from the second boss, and we are up on 4 tokens at the moment. Oh crap. The exit area is this way. Okay, maybe I won't jump. And from here, We can see the previous area with the wreckage from up top. It looks really nice in the background. And it's nice that this isn't exactly a static background, but it's really the area that we went through. I should be able to skip these mobs by just holding to the right wall and stealth out for the next, right about here. Speed up a little bit.
This is for Jace Malcolm.
For Jace Malcolm, you say? Okay.
Should feel better now.
Now, funny thing is, the current objective is go there. We already know that here in the to the right of us, there are some canister that you should go and pick up a special weapon from them. But the funny thing is, those canister will not be available for you to open them if you haven't actually received the objective for them. What I meant to say is, wait for the objective to change to this, find a way to bypass the wreckage, and then, oh crap, what now? And then you go that way, find the canisters, open them, pick up the cannon. You haven't noticed, the cannon unfortunately seems to not be animated, or at least I'm not seeing an animation of a cannon in my character's hands. Don't know if it's a bug, hopefully. Would be nice to have a cannon up here. That's it. The missile launcher. Okay, it's not a cannon, it's a missile launcher. And to use it, you need to stand in the green circle. Really cool animation.
Yeah, this will help.
I love the animation of this explosion here. And I really love the fact that you burn. This is supposed to... Oh, there we go. It stacks up. Isn't too much. But after all,
Commander,
this is a Sith warrior. One simple fire cannot really
worry
destroy
about
me.
that later. First, we have a traitor to kill.
I've got you. Look, Theron's shuttle. We need to hurry.
And we're about to face the last cinematic and the last boss fight. This time I will go to click that beacon before I die. Well, without dying, hopefully.
This isn't over, Theron.
No! This is just beginning.
I wonder, was that droid always here but stealthed somehow? Or did it teleport somehow from another place? It's just a silly, not really important question, but kept me wondering. You're supposed to escape from that red beam, but you don't really need to. Yeah, that's quite a lot of ads. On this run, I did not take care of the ads, or at least most of them. And you can see that I actually piled up on Lana. She didn't take much damage. But if you are a role player, you would want to save her. Be the hero. And we're about to pick up the last 2 tokens, rounding up the result on 6. Now what's disappointing, or at least it is to me, these aren't bound to your legacy. We are earning Alliance recon data per character. Why, BioWare? Probably because it makes sense for a change. It does make sense, really, to earn them per character, because our characters have different story decisions from 5.2 and from during this flashpoint. Scan what? There is a little terminal to the right. It's not something different. It's not something unique. No, it's part of the beacon. Or did I maybe miss something, really? If I have, maybe on the next run.
We recovered most of the Odessen crystals. Once we tap into their power, Iokath is as good as ours.
And Theron?
Word of his betrayal is spreading quickly. My agents are running damage control, but it will be weeks before we know how much harm he inflicted. Even with the truth out in the open, I can hardly believe Theron was the traitor.
You failed, Milana. What good is a spy master if they can't smell a traitor right under their nose?
You're right. I promise you I will fix this. No more mistakes. We should brace ourselves for Theron's next move.
Theron's father may be dead, but his mother's still alive. Find out what she knows.
I already have feelers digging into Satil's whereabouts. I'll begin the hunt at once.
Before you start, I want to send a message to Theron. Open a holo channel and prepare to broadcast it across the galaxy.
Clearing channels now. What message will you send the traitor?
This is the commander of the Eternal Alliance. I have a warning about the terrorist Theron Shan. He is a dangerous, unhinged criminal who will stop at nothing to destroy you and your loved ones. I am placing a bounty on Theron Shan's head. 1 billion credits to anyone who brings him in, dead or alive.
I'm sorry, Commander.
So, you did as we asked. We had our doubts, but now we see your dedication to the cause. We've reached a decision. Theron Shan, welcome to the Order.
Oh, that's what you meant, scan it. Scavenge it, actually. Yeah, it doesn't give you anything unique. You can scavenge most of these things. You can actually, if you are biochem, you can get some crafting materials from the corpses of the animal life on the planet as well. Alright, so this release, yes, David, I'm confirming it. This release only allows you to get 1 new stronghold. The 1 new stronghold is the moving, how did I call it? Umbara moving base. Umbara mobile base is the official name of the new stronghold. It is unlocked from this terminal in this room. To access this room, you need 60 of the tokens, and I'm gonna show you in a moment a certain amount of credits to unlock the room. Then to get the stronghold, you need to pay 5,000 credits to unlock the stronghold, and then you would have to pay normal amount of credits only, or cartel coins, to unlock the remainder of the rooms that are part of this train. It is the train, yes. I will not be able to show you the stronghold at the moment because 60 tokens will cost you 10 solo runs, or 6 veteran runs, or 3 master mode runs. That's the diversity. So you get 10 tokens from story mode, from solo mode. You get you get 6 tokens from solo mode. You're getting 10 tokens from veteran mode, and you're getting 20 tokens from doing master mode. Oh crap. That was the correct amount. It's really easy to fuck up with these things. And a very quick overview before I move on to the next part of this live show for today. Quick overview. What exactly are my thoughts? Now, I shared most of them in the previous light side run, and I'm only going to focus this time on the dark side decision, specifically of the first cutscene where the traitor is revealed. Hey, if you didn't know, this is spoiler, Theron is the traitor. I was really shocked to see that my character, being a Seat Warrior and being capable of choking people through that shield barrier, shield door, or whatever it is, I tried to choke him up, but then I gave him a chance to explain. Why did I not choke him again after he explained, and I was even more furious than before that? Why did I not choke him again? What exactly happened? If something had happened, if the barrier somehow got stronger, the BioWare should have shown her this. Someone mentioned that it's a weak point of the story, and it really is, specifically for the Sixth Warrior and specifically for the dark side version of this story. BioWare kind of screwed up a little bit. The story is good and interesting and decent. It's very small though. If you do the flashpoint as I did it the first time, exploring most of the things for the first time, it will probably take you more than 1 hour. However, you can easily run through the whole flashpoint and get all of your tokens from all the boss encounters, 4 boss encounters, in just about 20 minutes, or maybe even less if you play a stealth class with decent gear and with a high-influenced companion. It's not really hard to farm that. What is hard is the time that we have before the next continuation of the story. BioWare at this point has not confirmed or rejected if we will get new portion of the story with 5.5. We don't even have a date yet for when exactly 5.5 is expected to land. You might have seen or heard some mind information about 5.5, and already there is a little bit about 5.6, but still very little. I highly recommend you, if you care about the story and if you want to be surprised, don't check these things out. If you can handle the less excitement and learning the important bits and pieces about the story continuation, check all of these mind posts from Reddit or from Jedipedia or wherever else you find them. My thoughts about the dark side playthrough is that it's more fun simply because it's more dramatic, with an exception of that really weak point during the cutscene with the traitor revealing himself. I love the fact that it's Theron. It does make sense for Theron to be the traitor in the Empire version, specifically for a dark side character in the Empire storyline. But it doesn't make sense that my Seat Warrior can choke him in the first moment of the cutscene and then let him go and start cursing him. And did you notice the voice, the tone of my Seat Warrior mentioning or complaining, whining to Lana? The traitor has escaped! Dude! Choke the traitor, stop him. Okay, that's all about the flashpoint and the story that I had to say. I think it's time we guys move on, and what should be done first? How about we explore a little bit this new area on Odessen? It doesn't feature many things, just that locked area that you would need to unlock. If I go there and attempt to click it, you'll see that the traders' quarters are currently unavailable. Why? Because I need the vendors. I'll show you the vendors in a moment. Before that, very quick look at the new terminal available here. Once again, these 3 versions, Story, Veteran, and Master, are normal versions of the Flashpoint where you don't get spoilers about who the traitor is. The cinematics are different and much shorter, and many of the voiceover lines during the gameplay are actually either missing or also different. So, if you have a low-level character, because Veteran is available from 15 to 70, 15 to 69 get bolstered, you don't need to worry about spoiling for yourself anything about the true story continuation from 5.4. You're just doing a generic Flashpoint where you will see some cutscenes, but they don't actually make much sense. They're different cutscenes with much less voiceover and not really a part of the story. And now let's do the fun part. I was really waiting for these 2 hours since the live stream has started. I wanted to show and tell you the contents of the new vendors. These are the 2 new vendors available here with the release of patch 5.4. Let's start with Nessie Vakan. She's selling, I don't know if I want to call it a brand new outfit, but to some of you it might be new. I think it's a replica with, please tell me if it's a replica. I don't know to this day. I'm not really sure if it's a replica or a brand new outfit. It does seem familiar to me, but I'm not a huge fan of outfits. Skorks has been wearing this outfit since 3.0. Vulkk has been wearing his outfit for 4.5 years. My Commando and Sage have been wearing the same outfit since the first time they reached level 50 and obtained those Rakata sets, and you get the point. So this is the new outfit. A very weird looking helmet of an Umbaran soldier. Well, the whole armor is actually a replica of the Umbaran soldier. You say it's new? Okay, I'll believe you. Thank you for that. They are quite expensive. Look at this. 10 tokens for the chest piece plus 500,000 credits. 8 tokens for the boots, 8 for the gloves, and 300,000 credits. What is it? The pants and the helmet cost you 500,000 again and 10 tokens again. And these are the items that you can afford from just running the flashpoint once. The bracer and the wrist. Down below we've got the interesting thing, Invitation Traders Quarters. This thing will set you back 10,000 credits and 60 Alliance Recon data. We've talked about already, but just in case you are watching this standalone highlighted portion of my long live stream, you need 10 runs in solo mode, 6 runs in veteran mode, or 3 runs in master mode, defeating all 4 boss encounters, because we've got 3 normal boss encounters and 1 that's kind of a bonus encounter, bonus boss in between the first and the second bosses. So you will need this in order to gain access to this place. This is actually the terminal that will give you the new Umbara mobile base, replica of the train that we just hijacked in the beginning of the Flashpoint Crisis on Umbara. Down below we've got the Iocat Recombinator costing you 5 tokens and 10,000 credits. This item will be needed in conjunction with the next vendor that we're about to take a look at. This is a really good looking mount, and I think 2 million is good enough price for this thing. It also costs 15 of the Flashpoint tokens, unfortunately. Which means if you want to unlock all of these things from the vendor, you will need to actually sleep and live inside the Flashpoint for at least a few days. Haha! Hi Carol! Yes, I am here. The guild has been pretty much dead, probably because Engage doesn't play too much. But yes, my Marauder is actually in your guild. Engage invited me a while ago. Now, let's move on to the next vendor. This guy is selling very special attack adrenals and some stims down below for the exact same price. Each one of those will cost you 4 Flashpoint tokens and 75,000 credits. What is good about these things? They're in stats. They're exactly the same as your normal stims that you can craft as biochem, but the trick is they don't expire. If you have been active in this game for long enough, you probably remember that at some point BioWare decided to remove the non-consumable items from the game for, let's not go back and explain all of their reasons. They were good reasons. For whatever reason they decided to bring them back. I think it's a slight issue because it might actually cause some trouble with crew skills, diversity, and forcing some players to choose a specific crew skill because they would want this. So once again, there are all of the adrenals available, and all of the stims are also available here from this vendor, which means you can craft this once and keep using it over and over and over for your character once you've crafted it. Or you can trade it to someone else, I believe. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I believe they are actually... Let me buy one of those. I won't be able to craft it, actually, even if I buy it. And it's bound on pickup, but the good thing is that from the other vendor, I can buy the crafting material can buy the crafting material and send it to Vulkk. So let's do
Stop by
this very,
again.
very quickly. We're gonna buy this and transfer to Vulkk, and then Vulkk will be able to craft one of these items, and we'll see exactly who it's bound to. There is, as I told you, a different message from Theron Shan because I've done the dark side version of the Flashpoint. And just because I can, I'm sending these over to Vulkk as well. It's not about crafting adrenos. These adrenos do not expire. You can craft one of those and you will use it forever. In previous updates, they were a thing and they were available, but BioWare removed them. Can't remember when they removed them. Was it for 5.0 or before that? It's not really that important. Well, you don't know. SWTOR actually went rogue somewhere in chapter 12 of Knights of the Fallen Empire. If you remember, we saw her with Darth Mar in the wilderness on Odessen. So we don't know what exactly SWTOR is doing. In the end of Knights of the Eternal Throne, we also saw SWTOR Shan on Coruscant, if I'm not mistaken, helping out, rebuilding things, and just helping the Republic step on its feet again. Let's open the box. What? Hey, mailbox. Up here, please. That's not good. Where is my mailbox? Oh. Screw that. Lag is too much probably. Look at this. We've got 7 instances already. I'm gonna go back to the general area on Odessen where I can actually have a normal mailbox. Pick up the item that was sent to me and go back to buy, I don't know, a stim. Oh wait, Adreno is more important than a stim because Adrenos are used way more often. Therefore they cost more. SWTOR has never been canon, Craig, and everybody else who thinks otherwise. This game was never ever canon. Never. It was part of the expanded universe while it was in development, but as soon as Disney took over, they renamed the expanded universe into Legends. Whether it's expanded universe or Legends, it was never actually true canon. When Lucas was in charge, the only canon in Star Wars were the movies, and in the very last moments before he sold the company, the TV show, the Cartoon Network, Clone Wars. So we shouldn't get confused and mistaken. Welcome back, Samuel. What did you miss? Catching 248 gear on Vulkk. Yes, Vulkk does have a few pieces of 248. Right, so I do have the crafting material and I do have the tokens to buy one of these stims. I will probably want to buy the accuracy stim. Yep, I'm using an accuracy stim. Just a quick comparison. This is a consumable. Advanced Polybiotic Proficient Stim is consumable. So once I click this, it's... I sold it.
Take it easy.
Once I click this, it's consumed and I will be left with 3 of those instead of 4. This is what consumed means. Let me delete the buff. We'll see that my accuracy drops significantly. Well, Vulkk is naked, so it's even lower than before.
Sure,
but
of course. Have a look.
Let's go and purchase the Advanced Polybiotic Triage. Oh wait, that's the Adreno. Oh crap, where the hell is the... Steam, Adreno, Steam, Fortitude, Endurance. Did you order themselves in a different... Oh no, it's here again. So this one is Advanced Polybiotic Proficient Steam MK2. MK2 means that it's non-consumable. There is the schematic to craft it. Obviously you need to be, in this case, rank or tier 600 biochem, which is the cap at the moment. You learn the schematic, and if everything is good, I should be able to craft it also. Let's see, my best crafter, Doc. Come on! Steam, and there it is. It costs normal crafting material, nothing really out of the ordinary. The only special item is the IOCAT Recombinator, and those cost quite cheap on the other vendor if you want to buy them from here. Crafting, not purchasing, will take me 18 minutes, obviously, and this item is not bound, which means that once you craft it, you should be able to sell it as well. It doesn't say bound. Should have checked that earlier, and I should have known if it's bound or not. Now, a few words about the item rating. Because this character is naked, the total rating is set down to 122. It's a combined average rating of all of the items that you have equipped on the left side, right side, and the weapon slots for main hand and offhand. Why is this rating required? It's at the moment, it's not really stopping you from doing anything. It's just giving you an average average evaluation of your character's gear, and the only place where it really matters is if you want to do a master mode flashpoint crisis on Umbara. This, through Group Finder, will require you to have an average item rating of 242 at least if you want to queue up. However, in my case, I don't have that item, but I still want to go for master mode. I can just pick up the quest, get my group together, and just manually enter through this place. It's no problem. The rating only matters for Group Finder. What else? The new legacy items. I think Michael, was it? Asked about the new legacy things. Let's explore. There is nothing added, at least to my knowledge. There is nothing new added to the legacy. However, you might have noticed, and I should have shown you probably. Let me spawn any random companion.
On your lead.
Without purchasing anything that's free, BioWare allows us to summon companion on the move, like this.
On your lead.
I personally was expecting this to be locked behind the legacy unlock, legacy passive ability, but no, it's free. And I was wondering if it might be actually attached to another legacy unlock that I've already unlocked in the past, but I couldn't find it attached to anything, and BioWare never mentioned that it's attached to a legacy, so it's a free bonus, free quality of life change. I don't know why they decided to give this for free, and they locked the speeder. I cannot mount here. They locked the speeder behind legacy unlock. If you want to mount up while moving, you need a legacy unlock. That's really weird. What else do we have to check out? Ooh, Senya outfit. Let's go check out the Senya outfit. I'm going to do that in the VIP lounge, where I usually do these kinds of stuff. What outfit do you want to see for Senya? Someone is wondering, who's that? Domingo is wondering if we'll see Senya in a dancer outfit. It's a slave outfit, not dancer. Was that about spoiling? Yeah, at this point, I think it's safe, at least on this live stream, for the remainder of the live stream. Feel free to talk about everything that's been happening inside the story. Because I've already done the flashpoint twice, I've told you everything you need to know about the story, of the continuation of the story, the options and the differences, what it matters. Oh, crap. There is no elevator on this one. Come on. You've killed Senya? Huh. Oh wait, the elevator actually came there. Oh crap! Wait, I have to go back to the vendor downstairs. Let's go to the vendor downstairs. Purchase the slave outfit. I'm doing this on my own decision because it's one of the cheapest and easiest outfits to put on the character, and because I think it would be most funny, laughable for most of you guys to see Senya in the slave outfit. We need... Was it security key?
Price is this side of the
yes,
galaxy.
it is.
You check.
Look at this. 5,000, 6,000 credits. That's cheap enough. Oh crap, you're right. It's dancer's outfit. It's not slave outfit. Huh.
Appreciate your
I was
business.
mistaken. I don't know why I insist, oh crap, on going up, but I would like to inspect that up in the VIP lounge for my reasons. The casino, the nightlife event is over, and look at the amount of tokens that I never used. Okay, Arik,
sir.
go away. Time to spawn Lana Senya. There we go. Ooh, Senya is rank 16.
Work.
I've done things with her.
Should feel better.
Okay, it's time to inspect what exactly Senya Tyrell looks like without an outfit. And if you remove the currently equipped outfit slot for Senya's traditional armor customization, we'll be left with exactly the same. Let me use very quickly these tokens to free up some more space. And these items unfortunately cannot be used on another character because each one of those has a requirement that it can only be used on Senya. Which means if you don't like her traditional outfit, you can just throw it away. But I actually do like her traditional armor outfit. It's really nice. I'm gonna leave the lightsaber on. And for those of you with the light hard, please forgive me, but I am indeed going to check her out with the dancer outfit. I've told you already, it's one of the cheapest sets. It's cool looking, it's legendary and traditional for Star Wars. And it's also nearby. So where are the items? Republic dancer outfit. Let's start putting them on. Ooh, already looks cool. And boots, belt. Where the hell did the belt go? Did I buy the belt? Maybe I forgot to buy it. Never mind. Oh, that's an ugly one. I don't want that one. I must have forgotten to buy a belt, it seems. I don't see it here. Well, okay. That's good enough. And my friends, this is what Senya looks like as a slave dancer outfit. Hey Marek, I haven't done a master mode. I've only done the flashpoint twice in solo mode so far. Quick look from behind, but she doesn't want to look. Oh wait, could probably do this, yeah. Okay, that's a look from behind. Please don't take this as an erotic hint. It's just an outfit that I'm trying. She is confirmed a body type 2. We were wondering some time ago if she would be a body type 1 because she looks actually small or smaller, or might be body type 3 because with the armor she does look bigger. Oh, sexy grandma, don't say that. She looks cool. She's not a grandma. Doesn't look. I don't like the helmet. I never liked the helmet, so let's see what she looks like without the helmet. Much better, I think. Wow. This does have a slight resemblance of Leia. Look at this. Very slight, I admit. but I personally like it way better without the helmet. And that's the overview of the new customization option for Senya Tyrell. What else do we have? Class changes overview. I've already told you about the concentration changes. It's only here in the level 68, buffing the passive burn from burning slices, which is actually a passive boost to Blade Barrage, which only makes Blade Barrage slightly more important. If you have considered before just skipping it in order to use another ability because circumstances, now it's actually more useful and more viable to keep up with the consistency of the DPS output in between the burn phases and in between the smashes. For combat, because it's on the same character, and I don't remember what were the skills that they nerfed. I believe it was the... let's see. One of the abilities that they nerfed was Ataru Mastery, which is a passive for level 24. Increase the damage dealt by your triggered Ataru form attacks by 3%. It used to be 5% in the previous patch. A slight nerf, slight in percentage, but it actually is bigger because Ataru Mastery is related to Ataru form. And Ataru form procs every single time when you use Blade Rush, and pretty much every time you use other abilities, because it does have a 20% chance to proc additional hit, additional attack strike when you do other attack abilities. The other change was... was it? I forgot. I think it was Saberstorm. Let me actually check the damn post and see what was the other nerf that they've received. The bottom line is the nerf to combat and carnage for the Sentinel and Marauder is not that big. You can still very nicely play the spec in every situation that you used to play it before. The damage output is gonna be lower if you do a perfect parse on the operation dummy. The output would be, depending on your gear obviously, between probably 200 and 300 DPS as an average difference. Hey Patrick. But the overall DPS is not that big. Depending, I personally play Combat and Carnage in boss encounters only in PvE. I've not played Combat and Carnage in PvP for probably 1.5 years. When I play PvP on my Sentinel and Marauder, I prefer Fury and Concentration. So, once again, Carnage and Combat is useful for boss encounters in PvE where you have multiple adds, not just necessarily AoE environment and situations, but multiple adds. A perfect example would be the many waves that are spawning during the Draxus encounter, second boss in Dread Palace. This is a boss encounter pretty much designed for Combat Carnage. You could use Concentration and Fury as well, but I prefer Combat and Carnage because of the better burst for the situations where you don't need AoE on the mobs, especially in Nightmare Mob. I haven't done Nightmare Mob in 2 years there. Last time I was level 60, I believe, or maybe 65, 60, when I did that boss in Nightmare. So quite a bit might have changed, but not in mechanics-wise. Mechanics-wise, nothing has changed. The waves are still exactly the same. So this is one of the best examples for Combat Carnage good performance. Another one could be the fourth boss in the same operation. Forgot his name, the guy that drops blades. Never mind. He's another good example. Bestia could be a good place for Combat and Carnage as well. I'm talking about hard mode and nightmare. Veteran mode and master mode, of course. In story mode, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Now let's check those changes. Damn it. Oh, look at that. I do have actually my screen available. And changes to Carnage, Marauder, and Combat Sentinel. Let's see what's happening here. Corruptor Zero, thank you. The blade is actually named after him. So the second change is, the first change is reduce the critical strike damage bonus granted by Sever for the Marauder and Saberstorm, that is the same passive ability that I hinted you at. So it's this ability, Saberstorm. It's now giving you only 10% bonus on Blade Rush and Clashing Blast. And in case you don't know, Blade Rush is one of the most important and the spam ability, the filler ability for the spec. And the other one is Clashing Blast, which is an upgrade for Blade Storm, only in combat spec, of course. And both of those being nerfed by 40% from this proc is really a big hit. However, Clashing Blast is only used when it procs. It's not spammable ability. It has a recently long cooldown, which is 11.2 seconds in my case because of Alacrity. By default, I think it's 12 seconds. And Blade Rush being nerfed is not a big issue. For me personally, the bigger issue is the nerf to a Taro Mastery and therefore to a Taro Form. I know that percentage from 5 to 3 seems smaller, but this impacts a much wider range of durations or moments from your combat, because a Taro Form is almost attached to almost any ability that you're using while playing combat. Bottom line, it's not a big nerf. And I know that the operatives have also been changed, but I have absolutely no comment on them because I can't really say anything. I don't play that spec and I cannot provide any insights or any analysis. I have played the spec once or twice in the long gone past, and right now I don't really have any vital and interesting information to share with you guys. This is all I can say about the class changes. How about we go check the PvP vendors? If they are here, they should be here. Where were they? Here, combat section. You guys want to run a tactical run quickly? Tactical mode of the new Flashpoint. If you have characters on the Red Eclipse level 70, please let me know right now in the chat. And if we've got 3 people, we can do a tactical run quickly. Let's see, what do we have? PvP items, nothing interesting on this side, nothing new, I mean. I believe this is what we are looking for, just in case. Very quick inspection of...
Let's post exchange around. You need it, we got it.
Nothing new here either. Let's check the... Oh, crap, of course I cannot interact with that. Oh, I can, okay. Okay, I can interact with that guy. Damage trophy for Season 8. Move a little bit, please. Oh, let me show you the story update for Theron Shan. Because if you actually pay attention, Darth Mar is also here, Empress Asina is also here. They're not currently active companions, but they're still present here. Let me try and find where exactly Theron should be.
Just what you needed.
There we go. And we've got an interaction with Theron update here. After losing faith in the cause and becoming disillusioned, Theron Shan has betrayed you and formed a plan to destroy your alliance. Despite this, you've sent a message offering him a place by your side. This is the interaction that I've chosen for my light side Jedi Knight. It's a different interaction for the dark side Sith Warrior that I've done. I've got the gear. We can do a master mode. Let me know, guys, if you want to do a master mode. I would need tank, healer, and another DPS. I'm not doing those because that's an issue. Because it would be harder to find the 3 appropriate roles to accompany me in the new Flashpoint. But let me know in the chat, are you willing to join me on the Republic side because of gear requirements on my Sentinel? Republic side, level 70, the Red Eclipse. Can I play the game through Origin only? I have no idea what that means. Please explain. What is through Origin only? So let's continue inspecting the rewards from the PvP vendor. Damage trophy interior, sorry. That's a really cool mount. I absolutely love that mount, and it's slightly bigger than it should be. There is a frog dog trophy. Come on, update. Did you update? Oh. Oh yes, it did actually. That's the sign of the frog dogs up there. What do we have then? Frog dog in. Why do we need different things of those? I still don't know what true Origin means. If you're referring to the Origin client from EA, you don't need to buy the game. You can play the game for free, whether it's from Origin or from just downloading the client from SWTOR.com. The game is still free, mate. You can still play it for free. If you want to access the extra content and stop receiving those annoying messages of buy this, upgrade that, you'll have to subscribe. It doesn't matter if you play on Origin. If you have a monthly subscription on Origin, that does not affect Star Wars The Old Republic. You can still play the free-to-play version of SWTOR. Great trophy. You make this bigger, damn it. Season 2? Wow. Didn't know that they keep all of the old rewards here. And never mind. Let's continue watching the other items. Man, move please. Yeah, just trophies. Oh, titles. I hate titles. Someone sent a message probably. Let's see, what was the message? Where is my chat? Oh, the chat is in the middle. That's cool. Okay, we've got... Okay, that's 2 folks for a flashpoint run. Have I missed anything? Someone is asking, is that you Vulkk or is there another Vulkk? Yes, there are probably other Vulks. Oh, my Senya is still displayed here. Let's hide her. We need one more person, or we can of course queue up through Group Finder. And I think we're doing veteran mode. My character is naked. I will need to switch out to bring my gear back from my Sith Warrior. Okay, I'm going to relog quickly and bring back my gear from Skorks to Vulkk. Stay around, guys. I'm going to re-invite you in a moment. And we need a fourth person. We're doing veteran because I don't want to wait for long enough to form a group for master mode. We would need geared up folks with tank and healer and DPS to join me as second DPS for a 4-man team. Mailbox, please don't betray me. Oh, come on! What's wrong? Why is the mailbox not spawning? Whatever. I'll get out. It's the only characters of mine that has Wings of the Architect. I should enjoy them as much as I can. That should be it, I think. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Gordon. I'll see you next time. Could Terran Shan be a triple agent? No, I don't think so. I think in this case you mean double agent. He's not up to the triple level yet. LucasArts is supporting EA, and EA is supporting Star Wars The Old Republic, if that makes sense for you. Yes, of course they are. The game wouldn't have been alive if LucasArts did not agree to this. But then again, remember guys that SWTOR is not the only currently live product for Star Wars that is alive and is not canon. We've got that animated Lego TV series that aren't canon either. Oh crap. I've run out of space. And we're done. If you're wondering, there it is. The Advanced Polybiotic Proficient Steam MK2 has been crafted. Its item roll level 102, for those who care. Level 70 requires Biochem 600. And it's not bound. But it requires Biochem. If you want to use it, you need to be a Biochem. So you cannot actually trade it to another cruise queue. Okay, send me the whispers again, please, and let's go do that veteran mode run that we were talking about. For veteran mode, gear doesn't matter that much. You don't need to be 242 for veteran mode. We are doing veteran mode. The Red Eclipse, Republic side, level 70. The first 3 people that whisper me right now would be joining me for a quick veteran mode run through the new Crisis on Umbara flashpoint. If we don't have 3 people out of those, how many do we have? 140-ish on the live stream. We'll leave it for tomorrow or another day. Maybe I'll organize an event beforehand, before the live stream starts. There is one. Anybody else? There we go, a second one. Do we have a third one? Third one willing to join? I know that you meant Lucasfilm. Yes, LucasArts doesn't exist anymore. Lucasfilm is supporting Star Wars The Old Republic. They don't allow it to be a canon, but they're supporting it. It's even present as one of the EA games on the official EA website. They're a little embarrassed to show it here and there, but they acknowledge that the game exists. One more? Do we have to pug? Okay. Now, is it available here? Oh, Crisis on Umbara on the very last. Ooh, you're watching from work? Ooh, holy crap, look at that, 115 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Quick stat, because I forgot to look at this. Nearly 3,000 people have stopped by the live stream in these, what is it? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Nearly 3,000 people with a peak of 257, says Google Analytics. Thank you very much. And I hope that you will enjoy the remaining 40, 50, 60 minutes, however long we need to run through this in tactical mode. Once again, tactical mode is actually, well, the third boss really is a bit challenging. Just a little bit. Not much. There we go. Now, do we have a healer, guardian, scoundrel? Ooh, could we force our scoundrel to heal? And a commando. We don't really need a healer, but it would be nice to have someone healing, because again, the third boss can be annoying. I'm going to remain concentration, and let's go. Okay, gave me the lead back. So we've got veteran mode flashpoint only selecting Umbara. Let's go. We can also go to Odessen, pick up the quest. What? Ah, okay, a little bit of a delay, but it appeared. Thank you for enjoying it, Arigo. What the hell? Is there a bug? Someone mentioned about a bug with the group finder flashpoint. Huh. Two of us are inside. Two of our folks could not get in. Hi there, CL4. Hi, Natasha. Please try again later. What the hell? Can you maybe go through Odessen? Hi, Hound. Clone Sergeant Hound. Wow, that's an awesome name. Well, two of us are inside. Somehow the lag is more bearable now. It will probably get just as worse as it was when we spawned some mobs. Don't jump off the train, it's not good for your health. Hey, Fart. Fart 007. Nice. You mean those? They do look nice. Unfortunately, they are just decoration. They don't have any impact whatsoever. It is the new Flashpoint, yes. You're probably joining just now. I've done the story already twice, Light Side and Dark Side. If you are worried about spoilers, don't worry. We're doing veteran mode of the Flashpoint, which means nothing from the story of this update will be revealed here. The cutscenes and the cinematics are completely different. We're waiting for 2 of our guys to attempt to join through Odessen's entry point for the Flashpoint because they couldn't get in from Group Finder somehow. Hound, what character did you pick for your first run? Was it the Force user? You're not worried on spoilers. That's good to hear. There is no spoiler policy anymore because from the beginning of the live stream, which was nearly 3 hours ago, I've already done the Flashpoint, explained, shared, analyzed everything, so it's really not good of me to keep asking for folks to keep away from spoilers in the chat. So if you guys want to talk about the traitor or anything else, feel free to do that. I've done my best to warn everybody in the beginning of the live stream, as well as yesterday through social posts and messages, that there will be spoilers today, tomorrow, and in the coming days. I don't hate Theron, Matthew. I just don't understand him. Man, that train will reach the whatever city it's ahead. Theron is the traitor in this story. Yes, he is the traitor. That's why everybody is hating on him. A member has abandoned. As a group leader, you can queue up. Okay, let's queue up again. What do you mean? It's veteran mode. I don't get this. Okay. What the hell is happening here? Okay, we can do it with the 3 of us and 1 healing companion. Oh, never mind. Level 36? Really? Oh. Oh. Hey, Super Maxi, welcome. I wonder how exactly a level 36 will fare on the last boss fight. You could join me if you were in game, Natasha. You have a character on the Red Eclipse, Republic side? I'm a little worried about that level 36. What is he? Oh, Guardian. No, we cannot be that rude. I'm just worried about the third boss fight. It's only the one place where we might have trouble in veteran mode. The boss is quite annoying. Oh, it's guildless character. Interesting. A true solo player. Or maybe alt from an Imperial player. Come on, let's go. It would really be nice if we could have a healing character, but hopefully we can manage without, with just using the podos. If we are smart enough, I'll do my best to help with the ads on the last boss fight. That's really the biggest issue there, taking care of the ads. The gear issue and the gear requirements, once again guys, is only for master mode. There is no gear requirements for solo mode or for veteran mode. And as a matter of fact, in veteran mode, which is the old tactical mode, you don't need the special trio. You don't need a tank, a healer, and 2 DPS. You need any random group, in theory at least. And they can be anywhere from level 15 to 70. Whereas level 15 to 69 will be bolstered. So in our case, this level 36 Guardian is bolstered to level 70. That's why they have 114,000 HP. Holy crap, what the hell is happening? Okay, we're exiting and trying again. What the hell is happening here? I don't know. Nice. Even the Moscow metro is faster. Every time I hear or see something about the metro in Moscow, I remember Metro 2030. Wait, what was the title of the book and the game? 2033, I believe. And the second book is 2034. Hey, Oscar. Okay, let's quit the group and completely reject that failed attempt. I'm inviting the two folks again to join me. We are going to Odessen. What is it? 5,000 credits? Really? Damn. What's funny about the train, and I forgot to mention it in the first place, is that it's a hovercraft. That train actually does not touch the ground. It doesn't have rotating wheels. Yet we have the exact same sound from the classic trains with wheels and rails. What's the deal with that? how many recon data crates I've got so far. I've done the flashpoint twice on 2 different characters, so I have 12 in total, but they are separated per character, which means I've got 6 plus 6. Sorry. 5. Damn it. What the hell? I'm confused. 6 plus 6, yeah. Okay, abandon the quest. Pick it up again from the terminal. That's a good explanation. The whole train is a Jedi trick. The 3 of us are here. We can finally start this attempt for 3-man tactical mode. It's not a problem, by the way. If we are careful on the 3rd boss, there is no problem whatsoever. I would like to see the stronghold, but that would be happening at least tomorrow. After you run through the new content, the game dies again. No, the game doesn't die, you just have to keep farming the existing content. From a certain point of view, yes. If you don't want to run and rerun the same old content over and over again, yes, you can consider it dead until the next 2 months have passed and you have a new stuff to do. Oh crap. My companion is Senya! Senya, go away. We don't want you in that slave outfit. I need to change the outfit again. Hell. I think he's doing solo mode. That's why he ends up in a solo instance. Do I have any characters on the Red Eclipse? All of my 20-something characters that are actually leveled up are on the Red Eclipse. This is my main server. It's not exactly hidden. It's the bonus boss that gives you more crystals, more tokens. Yes, I've seen it, obviously. Of course I've seen it. Well, it is hidden actually, because you have to hug the wall and go all the way to the south section. The request for a quality of life improvement. Give us a search bar in the companions and contacts menu. It's a nightmare to find things here.
Diggity.
Dragon God, welcome and thank you for subscribing. Hey Stefan, welcome mate. Thank you, David.
Diggity.
And welcome Natasha as well. Thank you for your subscriptions. I think we'll be in a little bit of a trouble if we attempt to... Erasmus, thank you for your subscription. Any of you guys want to join us? I want to 3-man this because 2-manning, depending on gear obviously, might be a little bit of a setback and kind of a trouble. So, we need one more, Republic side, the Red Eclipse server. Oh, we do have a potential replacement. How's that might be joining? I don't know why and how, but thank you for subscribing. It's always nice to see a new subscription pop up. And all of you guys that are just subscribing today or recently, make sure that you have that bell icon activated if you want to receive notifications for my new content. If you want to log in just now, we have one more spot. Yes, you're welcome, Natasha. What is actually more surprising is, even though the numbers apparently have dropped from 200 and something, now we have about 140 concurrent viewers. Thank you for staying. Surprising is that for the last, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, it's been a huge downtime of me trying to get the group together. And you guys are persistently staying. Thank you. You're still updating? For those of you wondering, by the way, my update finished in less than 10 or 15 minutes. I actually started the update and went out to walk the dog. When I came back in 15 minutes or so, it was finished already. So fairly quick. But then again, it probably depends on your internet connection. How's that in guild chat is saying that the final boss is depressing. I wonder what he means, depressing.
Hot diggity.
Oh, that's a complicated name. Bud Hat the Rock has just subscribed. Hey Rock, welcome. Hey Dennis, enjoying the patch already? You don't need, once again guys, you don't need the story.
Hot diggity.
And the subscription from Sit Preservation. Well, that's another cool name. Thank you guys for all your subscriptions. Buddha the Rock. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Bud hate the Rock. No, that's too rude. I'm gonna round up the guys from the guild, see if I can make a master mode run later tonight or maybe tomorrow. I would like to be able to show you a master mode run, but it's much harder and slower if I attempt to do that through the live chat. As you can see, we do have quite a lot of people that everybody is on a different level, different server, different gear rating, different class, and God knows how many other preferences. Is that Zarike? Welcome, mate. Correct me because I'm certain I've pronounced it the wrong way. Natasha, I've got the fourth person. You haven't whispered me yet, I think, or at least I haven't seen the whispers, so I've got the fourth person. Thank you for offering, though. Did I find out about the CXP? Oh, Patrick, thank you for the reminder. Please ask your question. There is plenty of people who can help out and answer that for us now. Patrick had a question that he needed an answer yesterday and I wasn't able to provide because it's related to a free-to-play account. I mean, not free-to-play, what's the name? Preferred status account. Please tell me the other guys can actually join in. Hey Robert, what's up? Been trying to start up this run for quite some time now. Oh, that issue again! Damn it! What the hell is happening? There it is, we've got an answer. It's not just about Vulkk's referral link, mine is exactly the same as everybody else's. If you use a referral link, during those 7 days you will be allowed to rank up your Galactic Command rank and receive Command XP, obviously. Thank you, Domingo, for providing the answer. Come on, guts. Man, there is a huge clutter over here. Hey, Nikolai. My neighbor from Serbia. Hey, Sludge.
Good to meet you.
One more time, resetting. Oh wait, it's reset already. Please, oh please, let's make it work. Still don't know if it's a mini bug with the flashpoint or we're doing something wrong. I don't remember ever having that much trouble getting 4 people in the same instance. No, I don't hate Theron Shan. I don't even hate Malavai Quinn, as a matter of fact. And I don't mean just me as a person and player. Even my Sith Warrior keeps playing with Malavai Quinn and keeps using him. No, I haven't heard that Ibrahimovic signed for another year. Already? Really? That's nice. What the hell? Oh, God. I think there is a weird issue that Bauer wasn't able to fix. It's putting people in different instances somehow. We're in the same group, I've reset the phase, and yet it doesn't allow the four of us to join in the same place. I'm not really certain if the masked figure, who's actually in this case controlling Theron and ordering, bossing him around, I don't think that masked figure is something important. Yep, Lidazi is inside already, but he's not in our instance apparently. Look at this! Crisis on Umbara 1 and Lidazi is in Crisis on Umbara 3. I don't think I'll be able to do that with and for you tonight, guys. I don't want to keep trying and wasting your time and mine as well. I have a bunch of videos to go recording right now, so I can provide you with shorter versions of bits and pieces of new information, overviews, tutorials, and guides. Thank you very much to all of you who joined me for today's stream. Let me check again the total count. 3,283 people, according to YouTube's analytics, have joined. Thank you very much for all of your visitations. Thank you very much for all of your subscriptions, to everybody who was new to the channel and to the live stream today. And of course, to those of you who somehow have been watching my videos in the past but haven't subscribed, be sure to mark the bell icon next to the subscription button if you want to receive notifications for my new videos and live streams and general activity on YouTube. And if things go well, I really hope I'll be able to see you tomorrow evening. Well, evening for me, for another live stream, probably tactical run with friends, with subscribers, with patrons, God knows, maybe with the chat if you guys are interested. And before we end the live stream, let's have giveaways. Let's have, where is my list? Let's have a giveaway for 30 days subscription code provided to me by Eric Musco from BioWare about 2 months ago or 3 months ago. What I need you guys to do is type in the chat this. Type in the chat free sub just the way I typed it, with small letters, no capitals and no spaces, no intervals, no dashes, nothing. You want to join for the giveaway. I wonder how many people would have left already before they heard about the giveaway. I'm gonna leave that run for about a minute or so. That would be a realistic and true train hijacking, yeah. What you're offering. All right, let's do the drawing. And we've got a winner. Drumroll. Natasha Frolova. Congratulations, Natasha. You've rewarded me with a subscription today, and I'm rewarding you with a 30 days free subscription code provided to me by Eric Musco. Please, what you have to do to earn that code, send a personal message to Vulkk on YouTube. I would not accept personal message on email, Facebook, or Twitter, or any other place, just so I can confirm that it's really your account. So send a personal message on YouTube with any text. It doesn't really matter as long as it's you. And I will give you the code in the next, 1-2 hours, hopefully before the end of the day. Let's have a second giveaway. Second giveaway for 2,400 cartel coins. Code word. The word you need to type for the second giveaway is FreeCC. That's what I need from you guys. Type FreeCC if you want to enter for the giveaway for 2,400 cartel coins code, again provided to me by Eric Musco. Musco gave me a bunch of codes to celebrate my 4th anniversary on YouTube, and I've kept a lot of those for after the 4th anniversary, and I keep giving them away from time to time. Should I give you a little bit more? Yeah, let's wait another minute. Should I give you a little bit more? Oh, yeah, let's wait another minute. That's a double sound, I'm sorry. Not supposed to happen. And of course, there will be a third giveaway, 1 Hypercrate. I'll give you the rules for how to join that more specific giveaway after we finish with the free CC. Okay, let's see who is the winner of the code for 2400 cartel coins. Can we have a drum roll? Chris Vorn. Congratulations to Chris Vorn for winning that code. Same requirement for you, mate. Send a personal message to Vulkk on YouTube, not on any other network or account. Send me a personal message, and as soon as possible, I will return a reply to you with the code that you have just won. Last but not least, the giveaway for the Hypercrate will require you guys to do this. There is a link that I've just posted in the chat. Follow this link. Where the hell did the link go? Wow, the chat is actually a little bit laggy, I guess. Okay, it caught up now. This link will lead you to an article of mine on Vulkk.com. What you need to do is leave a relevant comment. Please, I'm insisting on a relevant comment. I don't need a comment of the sorts, I've entered the giveaway, or thank you Vulkk, or you rock, or you suck, or go away, or I want to win. I need a relevant comment on the topic of 5.4. What do you think of the patch? What do you think of the flashpoint? What do you think of the outfit option for Senya? How do you find the class changes? Anything related to the current patch 5.4, follow the link that I've posted, and I'm going to post it one more time. Leave a comment. You need to have email attached to your Discuss account, because I'm going to contact you on that email on the next live stream. So you have time at least until tomorrow. If I don't do a live stream tomorrow, I will do it whenever I can. And on that next live stream, I'm going to draw the winner for the Hypercrate. It doesn't matter what server you're on. I will create a character. If I don't have on your server, I'll purchase the giveaway, and I'm going to mail it to you as soon as the downtime expires, which is 36 hours. That's 1.5 days. One last time before I quit the live stream for today. If you want to win a Hypercrate from Vulkk, it's coming actually from my own cartel market, cartel coins pool. Ooh, whoa, a few people must have used my code today. Thank you guys. If you want to win a Hypercrate, follow the link that I've pasted in the chat. Leave a message related to 5.4. Not an empty, not a blank, not a lazy message. Do it like it matters, please. I want to read something interesting, something meaningful. You have time until my next live stream, which will be at least around that time tomorrow. So you have 20-something hours to come up with a comment. Create an account on Discuss. If you don't have one, you can use Twitter or Facebook or any other social network that allows you to link in with Discuss and leave a comment there. If you don't leave me an email with your Discuss where I can contact you, I will not be able to reply and give you a reward. With that said, the stream is finally over for today. It's been a lovely almost 3.5 hours. Thank you guys for enjoying this with me. And it's obvious that I do enjoy and I love these special live streams when there is something new and exciting to show, do, and talk about. I don't enjoy doing regular live streams nearly as much as I enjoy doing these, and it's a shame that BioWare provide us with new content, small bits of new content, only once every 2 months or so. Have a lovely, day, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time zone you're in, guys. I'll see you next time.